Hi, good morning everyone. As I was mentioning in my last video, I wanted to do one simple review of my bike. So it's been now almost 5 years. Yeah, this August I completed 5 years on this bike. So what I have done, as I observed, I have noted down few things, and I have categorized and in different segments. So I'll let you know one by one. It's my own personal review. It's your feedback or your comfort level or your understanding towards this bike may be little different. But what I have understood and what I have felt, I am sharing my experience. Stay tuned. First one, that is engine response, then the suspension and the controls and tires and brakes and the comfort level, safety features of the bike, and the tools what they supply from the company, and about the overall the body of the bike and the final drive, fuel consumption and battery life. So these things I will go one by one, little in detail. So first I'll start with the engine response. Okay, I am not going to mention all the specifications, how much cc, how much bhp and all. You will get it on internet anytime. But here engine response is absolutely good, between 3 to 5000 rpm, and you feel the bike very smooth, and you will be able to handle it very easily between 3 to 5000 kilometers, 5000 rpm, sorry. Then revving the engine at standstill is not recommended. It's because once one of my friend, he wanted to hear the sound and he twisted the throttle, and he wanted to see about 8 9,000 rpm, and suddenly the engine got shut off. Then later it was diagnosed that throttle body position, it went wrong, something with the throttle body positioning. So avoid revving up at standstill. If you are riding it and slowly, when the bike picks up in every gear, then it doesn't make any difference. So then after that, in hot summer, if you ride for about 200 300 or 500 kilometers, after a little while you may feel that engine is slightly rough. You may feel, and because it depends on the which oil you use, and how many kilometers you have done after the oil change. It all depends on that factor. And at low rpm, even in higher gears, the engine is capable of pulling even any gradient or any altitude. Even in Himalayas, where the oxygen level is less, it is capable of pulling at all gradients. See, in suspension, if you ride normally, there is absolutely no bottoming. You will not feel that hit in your seat of the front or the rear shock absorbers. Its suspension is fantastic. And what I prefer, front forks little harder, maybe 2 or 3 clicks clockwise, so that I get little, I don't have to keep my hands with full pressure, so I can relax my shoulders and ride comfortably, and I feel that will help. And after that, all the controls, this switch gear and all this cruise control and the mode settings, everything works fantastic. And off-road mode is good, and even the rain mode, you feel very confident during the rain. You won't feel that fishtailing and all if you are riding in rain mode in the rain. Even if it's drizzling also, choose rain mode, then you will feel confident. Then Cruise control is a cool feature here. I enjoy it very much, and it allows me to stretch my legs here. And relax my right hand, stretch little bit, all those things. Then we will come to this clutch and side stand switches. See, there is a switch here, this clutch switch and the side stand switch. Okay, see, even this part, sometimes, especially side stand, if you are riding in mud or slush or very rainy conditions, this plunger may not work properly. So what we need to do every time before you start riding, this plunger, the spring actuated pin, has to be lubricated properly, and even the clutch switch, because when you put the switch on and when you are starting the bike, you have to pull the clutch in this bike. And apart from that, no issues with the clutch till now. Here the cable adjuster has no dust cap. What I have done, I have put waterproof tape, and on top of that I have put insulation tape, because this waterproof tape in hot summer it gets cracked. So I have put and till now I have not changed the clutch cable, and it is very smooth. Even with a single finger it can be operated. Okay, and this works fantastic. This Pro Spec Easy Clutch, it's good, but some say it's not effective, and depends on their experience. See, this hand grip quality you can see here. See all this. I don't know how this has happened, but I didn't like this. See this, all this rubber. See this. See, it's all coming up. I didn't like this part. So sooner, or maybe because of weather conditions, this might have spoiled. And next is tires and brakes. See, this is my second tire which I am using. Front tire, usually the life of the front tire for the Tiger is less compared to the rear tire. This is giving me about approximate 20,000 life. So now I have done 40,000 kilometers. This is my second tire. I am going to change it in a couple of weeks, and this is the rear tire which is still doing good, about 4 or 5 mm tread depth. See here, it is still good. I can still ride. See here you can see this part, and above that part it is about 5 to 6 mm, approximately 5 mm. So I can ride it for another, say, about 5 to 8,000 kilometers. So after my next ride I am going to change this tire. Okay, rear tire about 25,000 kilometers approximately. Front tire life is about 20,000 kilometers. And brakes, what I feel, this rear brake could have been little better, because at slow speed, since the bike is heavy, if you are on a downhill, I don't feel that is very effective. This is my personal opinion. Not so effective, what I felt, because if you are riding steep downhill, you feel that you have to put really too much of pressure on the brake pedal. And the brake pad life, what I am getting is about 15,000 for the front pads and 10,000 for rear pads, which is quite good. And comfort level, if you compare other bikes, this seat cushion could be little softer, maybe with little corrugations or this way, or even the checkered design it will help it. If this part can be extended till here, then it is good. What happened, this here, this is a hard part. Only we get only so much thickness here. See here, this is only about ½ inch here when it gets pressed. So you feel that pressure. I'll tell you about the safety features. First one is crash guard. Company fitted crash guard is very strong and very effective. And here this part, see, this part, even if it is slightly extended, one or two rods, that's very good. Here this part is more prone to get hit, but that's okay, because there are so many aftermarket crash guards are available which will protect everything. That doesn't matter. And this grab rail is very comfortable for pillion riders, but very solid and too heavy. It would have been slightly, hollow strong pipe. And next one, bash plate. See this bash plate here. If you see here this part, the linkage of the rear suspension, it's not covered, so this has to be extended little. Even one separate piece of thick aluminum sheet of 4 mm can be taken and added to this part, so that will serve the purpose. This is, this point is critical here. After that, here this tail plate, though it is a unbreakable plastic, it has got slots here. See here, this one, and this side too. So what we can do, we can put the straps and with a buckle, and you can tighten the small soft luggage. But here, even on this side, if there are a couple of slots here and here, or even only one single slot this way, even that will help, because we can just by unscrewing these screws, we can take this and put the strap inside and put the luggage on top. That will help a lot. If it is made little thicker, then there is no need of metal plate also. That is my personal opinion. That's my personal observation. Okay. Yeah. So next one, see, knuckle guards. These are only strong enough, not for high-speed crashes and all. This doesn't work out. These are not very strong. Yeah, as I said, these are only good for standstill falls. And the toolkit, the company which supplies, it has got 2 double-end open spanners and rear axle nut spanner and 1 extender, 1 screwdriver. That's it. And we don't get front axle remover. We need that socket kind of a thing, Allen key. That's a 17 mm, which is quite heavy. There is no tool from the company in the company toolkit for the front axle. And storage below the seat is very sufficient, actually. Very sufficient, and they can make provision for most of the tools like tire irons or even a small hammer, and to keep small pump. Even here, this part here below the tail piece, we have a small space, about 3 inch by 4 inch by 3 inch cube here below this. That can be used for a small electrical pump. These side fenders are not very strong, though they protect the tank to some extent. And here the screws which these side fenders are mounted, those are of plastic push and pin type here. There you can see here push and pin type, and to remove them is a big pain, because that screw, since it's a plastic screw, that doesn't come out easily. So that I feel it's not worth it. We can have one SS or machine screw. And this windscreen movement, see here, the vibration on especially rough road, this will start vibrating. And here, this mountings, what you see, this is plastic. This has to be metal. See here, you can see how it is getting bent. If this part is of steel, then there is not much movement, even this part. Okay, see here, this is a rear reflection. Can you hear the vibration? See this part, slotted steel flat piece, it has got a slot here and it passes through that. See here, see this part, it needs little cushioning. That can be done with a small piece of rubber, and that is different. But what I feel, this will start vibrating too much at low speed and on rough roads. And front mudguard, if you're extreme off-road rider, if you're taking it, see here, this thing gets cracked. It is already cracked here, but it is joined with using Fevikwik. These holes get cracked. This is only one mounting here, and here also only one mounting apart from this entire piece. Final drive, chain sprocket life. Yeah, chain sprocket life, usually it gives about 20,000 kilometers, and depending on your riding habits and the maintenance of the final drive. See, this is rear sprocket is still intact, but whereas setting has come to the end here, you can see here. So now this chain sprocket set, I have to change it, because even the front sprocket, the teeth are that inside curve is slightly, it has become oval shape, that inside curve. So I am going to change in couple of weeks. Though there is no sound, at high speed there is a little buzzing sound, zzz, like so. And fuel consumption, what I am getting here, 18 to 20 kilometers if I ride between 100, 120, 140, and if I ride it between 70 to 90, I will get about 22 to 25 kilometers. And again, it depends on lot of other factors like tire pressure and the load on the bike and the road condition and everything. But if you ride between 70 to 90 kilometers, then at that speed you may get 20 to 25, between 20 and 25. Okay. And lastly, the battery life. Battery life, usually they say 4 years, but still what I am using is a original battery. It's 5 years old. It's still in the battery is in healthy condition. So let me see how long it will come, because I am not using any additional accessories, fog lamps or auxiliary lamps or big horns, no other electrical accessories. I have not added anything. See, if I lock the handle, you can see that lock pin is shaky, even the key is shaky. Since beginning it is like that. I think there may be mounting screw which is little loose, but I don't think, I think it's all the keys have got that play. You just check yours, if it is there, let me know. See here, the clutch cable, what you see here, this one, which keeps rubbing the fork barrel here. You can see the scratch here. You can see the scratch. Yeah. So though I have put that small rubber sleeve on top of that cable, it still touches, but it's fine. But there is a, after rubbing, you will get a small scratch here on the barrel. Okay, that's all, my friends. If you are having any suggestions, please let me know. And whatever I have experienced in these 5 years on this bike, I have shared with you. See you all. Thank you. Take care.